Okay, so we're going to start looking at the different tools that I'll be using. So the first thing, of course, we need to do is create a new image. Now, when I first started using Pixlr, I didn't know what I do now about changing the size of text. So what I used to do was create the size of the cover I want, then I would reduce it, keeping in consistency with the side and the top, and so I could the text would appear larger. Then I would save as an image and then reload that image and resize it with the text. A lot easier now with what I know. So anyway, you don't need to worry about doing that anymore. So all you need to do is just click on create a new image here. So every time you create a new cover, that's what you'll be doing. Now if you want to choose different widths and that, by all means do so. I believe that the Amazon Kindle cover size is got to be at least one side of 1000 pixels. The size I find works out really well is this 1850, so 1850 pixels wide. So type that in the left box, and a height of 2500. The reason I like to have a larger cover than is recommended is so that it has clarity. So when it appears smaller when it's on Amazon, it will the quality of the image will look good, and when it is larger in the Kindle reader, when they look at your book cover or they look inside on Amazon, it will look clear. So that's the size I would strongly suggest that you have your book covers as. So 1850 by a height of 2500, and just click OK. That there will be your canvas. Now there's a couple of things here. You can zoom in and out. There's two ways to do this. If you look over on the right hand side here, you will see it's got a little section called navigate. Now incidentally, there's three: navigate, layers, and this section down here. So that's which is history. You can actually move these down. So what I tend to do is I just move that history down a little bit there, so that I can make this, i.e. layers, a little bit longer. So I just find that this works quite well. You can see more layers. Don't worry, you'll be learning what they are later. So in here you can actually zoom in and out. So you would click there. So as you can see on that picture, that is what we're looking at here. This is, we're looking at that part. Now if there was text on here and images, we would, if there was an image up in this corner here, we wouldn't see it because we'd be zoomed in. We can also zoom back out again like that and zoom further away as well, so that it appears you can see our cover in the distance. We can do that. The easier way to do it though is if you've got a mouse with your computer which has got a little wheel at the top, you can simply move the wheel forward to zoom away and roll the wheel back towards you to zoom in. Now you can see here the little square. Now if we were zoomed in on part of the image and there was a piece of text which was up here somewhere, which as you can see we're not looking at that bit there, we're looking at this square here, you would click on this with your mouse, so it's a hand, click on it, hold the left mouse key down and move that to wherever you need to be on the image that you're working on. We need to do close in work. Okay, so that's that. So you just zoom out again just by rolling the mouse. There we are, and that's as simple as that. So now you know how to zoom in and move around. It's an easy way to do it. There's other ways to do it using a hand down here, but I found that the easiest way of all is by clicking on there and moving around. The next thing I want to show you in this lecture is how you can undo mistakes. Now every time you do something to your image, it will create a line here, a new line. So I'm just going to quickly do something. So if we just type in some text, which of course appears quite small, but don't worry about that. This is just for an example. Let me say type some more text here. I can just type anything I want, just hit any old letters there. You can move this around as well. So as you'll notice now in the history, we have now got three things that we've done. It tells you what it is: text, and we've entered text, and of course that was when we created the image. So if you wanted to undo your mistake, the last mistake, you would click here. If you wanted to undo undo it to this stage before you type any text, you click there. If you change your mind, you can simply click on that one again, or that one. You can go to any stage you want. Of course, there is a limit. It does give you quite a lot of history that you can go back on to undo mistakes. So that's a quite handy way of knowing how to quickly undo mistakes. So that's it. In this lecture, we just learned how to create our image for our cover at the right size, how to move in and zoom around our image, and also how to, if need be, undo or redo, undo mistakes or redo something.